Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy Easter to the whole wide worlds. How's it going? Smoky Mountain RC, Wild Bill in the house. Now you see me. What up with you all? Rolling in just after the hour, 9:02. What's up with you? 9:05. We're doing this thing. Sunday Night Live. I talked to my wife about taking Saturday back. She's like, nah, keep it Sunday. Keep it Sunday. I'm like, all right, cool. Saturday was mine for years, and I'll take it when I want it. Just saying. I'm good though. I'm racing Saturday, so it's cool. Eric Quinn, Kelly Klein, Mike Kennedy in the house. Some of you members, thanks already. You saw the video I was working on today. Mike SSI, man, appreciate you so much. What a surprise. Thanks so much. You guys that hat cam is tough anyway, and hat cam on a micro is super tough. Members that saw that video I just put out today, be truthful, man. Tell me what you think, man, because I always wonder if I should let those go or not. It's hard. It's hard. But the talking points I think are really okay in there, even though you maybe don't see it the best. But when I'm editing, I'm on a little machine. If it were on the TV, it'd probably be all right. Wild Bill, Mark Vasquez, Boss 223, Mini Crawler Man. What up, John? So I went out and I actually, the video you guys saw that are members, because it's a members only thing until I'm done with it. I still have to make a thumbnail and dress it up YouTube style with the title and the tags and description and links and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was the Ultra Micro P51 Detroit Miss. Flies on 2S or 3S, and I flew it on 2S, but I was out there getting some other work done. What's up, Mark Vasquez? Anybody I missed, pop back in here. Dad, Randy. Oh, man. John, you got the Corvair done? I need to give you my body to do a Matt's recovery for me, dude. You can post it up all over the interwebs and give yourself the credit, but I want the body when you're done. Haven't got to it. I got like 3 or 4 bodies to paint right now, and I've been doing other things. But I went out flying yesterday. It is a great little flyer, CVO, and I cannot wait to fly it on 3S. Dan Zimmerman, happy Easter to you as well. Jeff from Lower Alabama. You were funny yesterday, man. On in the comments, I remember something cracked me up, man. You said killed me. EQ. Dad, what up? Dad, man, how do those new tires look on that truck? I want to see a picture. So I flew some things besides that Mustang, one of which, where's Kenny at? One of which needs repair. And I want to talk about that. And I think I might have saw this, John. I think it popped up. Or you hit me in Messenger or something. Oh, yeah. That looks cool. Oh, dude, the tires with the stickers on them looks legit, too. That looks nice, man. That's the same color gray I need. Thanks. There's John, Mini Crawler Man's Morvair, Corvair, Lakewood, rock crawler he got done. Look at the flex on that. What chassis, bro, did you put that on? I like how the arch is already cut out for it to be a crawler. Wild Bill, that is cool, isn't it? John's local, man. We crawl. But Kenny, there you are. So I'm going to stay on the plane talk for now, though, at the beginning of the show. My people are upstairs, and they're leaving for a week Element Builder's Kit. Right on. And they're going to be leaving in an hour and a half. And so I'll take a little break at that time and say goodbye and come down here probably a soppy, wet mess because I'm missing my kids and my wife. But I'm staying home. I got a lot of work to do, and it's cool. So I'll keep on working on this house, keep on making some videos. But yeah, I was out there flying. I can't wait anymore to do have a cameraman or whatever. So I'm out there filming by myself. And I got 3 cameras going. One, Jeff, you know how this works. You got one aiming at the um runway, and then maybe one down real low, one on your head, whatever. And then you're working the best out of what you got. So tomorrow, maybe later tonight, this Mustang video that I have let out to the members, I'll get it dressed up. But unfortunately, now that's kind of the typical thing we're going to see, I think, from me. Last couple weekends, Dylan's had things going on, which is totally cool. But I flew a couple big things too. Not just the Mustang. So I flew the Cirrus and the Viper 70, the new orange one, and had a blast. And I got to tell you, so last time I flew something, you guys saw it. It was the Draco. And before that, I can't remember when, right? So this is a conversation. I'm throwing it back to Kenny a little bit, where when you're rusty, I know what I do wrong. What do you do wrong? Thanks, Mike. What I do wrong is I'm so stinking glad to be back out that regardless of the telemetry and the timer, Kenny, this is something you'll get a kick out of. I ignore it anyway and LVC my stuff. It was windy. I'm owning it. Crosswind, working it out. They're not all gorgeous, but I'm working it out. Plus, I have the technology to give me the confidence with AS3X, and I am not ashamed of using safe at all. There's still work involved. If you're out flying in that kind of wind, just because you eliminate the roll doesn't mean you don't have the rest of it to manage. Airspeed, yaw, pitch, throttle, right? Long story short, let me show you something. Maybe we're going to fix it in a minute. Long story short, oh, look at my Viper 70. There's no winglets on it, and the rudder's off, hanging by its servo wire. Yeah. So it was the blue box. No, it was me. I flew everything that day. Everything. 4 different planes. I flew everything to LVC, Kenny. Everything. And ignored the timer and the telemetry. Dude, I was that excited. I'm just like, and if the cameras are rolling and you're rolling 3 cameras, it's not like you want to stop them all to battery up, because with the edit, once you sync, if you got long clips and once you sync, I'm stacking that Mustang video that you guys will see later. I could maybe play it. Actually, I'll probably play it when I have to go say goodbye. But I still want you guys to go see it on YouTube so I get the views. Pretty please. But I'll play it just raw. But it's the edit, but it's not on YouTube. I'll play it when I take a break. So, first of all, I flew everything to LVC, but I only hurt one of them. Okay. And it's that one. And I'll tell you what happened. So, because I stack these videos up like 3 cameras, once you have all these files, and once you sync the audio once, and it's kinda hard, but once you sync the audio and everything one time with all these clips from different cameras, you're good. The rest of the edit to cut and do what you want. I picked the audio that's the best and cut the rest because it would sound weird stacked on top, and so I'm good. But when I change a battery, if I turn off the cameras, I gotta resync everything. So you wanna just leave it running. But you also got battery life and SD cards and that kind of batteries too, not just the plain batteries. So and also I haven't been out in forever. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you why. I haven't been out forever. So excited that I ignored the telemetry and I ignored the timer and I just kept going with everything. And again, nothing got hurt, but that one. So the wind was cross, really pretty stiff out of the north. I'm coming in, trying to stretch the glide. I knew I was losing it. And you get out of the power because you hope that when you give it a little power, you got a little blip to maybe eke it to the runway. And it's a Viper, 4006S. Not that it was too heavy, but the Viper wing, once it goes, it goes. And you guys know the Viper, know that to be true. So it's my fault, not the Viper. So crosswind city, coming in, stretching the glide too much on the wheels, but hard, bounced, winds under the wing, boom, lands upside down. That's why there are no winglets and the rudder is what it is. So I think we're going to do a little foam repair video today. I've got plastic hinges that I can put in, and I've got some CA and foam tack, and I think I'll fix it. So, my fault. I got to tell you though, the landing gear on the new one versus the blue one, game changer. Way different than the blue one. Yeah, I don't have Gorilla Glue. I don't like that stuff that swells up. But yeah, that works. I got foam tack and CA from there's a hobby shop here in town. So when I was there racing, I got me some glue. And I like the Bob's. I'll show you. Beacon. Try to knock this off my shoulder. I dare you. Y'all remember that? Some of you might. Yeah, the gear's great, man. Really different than the old gear that required some finesse and a full bleed, I would say. So I got myself some foam tack. I got my favorite Bob Smith CA stuff as well. I just like it the best. And Jeff, I did win the B main buggy. I was jamming yesterday. I felt pretty good. I don't think I did awful in short course either. Robert Conrad. Yeah. Do you guys remember that commercial I made? Bro, do you think I can find it? You guys want to see it if I can find it? And then anyway, so I'm in a good mood, y'all. I'm in a good mood. I got to fly. We spend the week really trying to remember the reason for the holiday and the whole everything about it. And it's heavy and it's awesome and it's great. So that's what we do around here. And then great Easter lunch with family, and then they're all boogieing out of here tonight. Yeah, man. So feeling good. Got some planes up in the air. Did okay racing, which we'll talk about later. The Ryan Ramsey racing recap portion of the show will be going down later. find it. I will. Dave, mine's not really on video. Actually, is on video. Hey, it is on video. Hold on a minute. Does this let me scroll? Yes, it does. Is this the one? Bear with me a minute. Mountain RC, yeah, AS3X and safe is on the Viper. But once you get slow, it doesn't matter how good the technology is. Nothing against the technology. Let me see if I can. So this is just one of the cameras. I had the hat cam. The hat cam SD card had run out. Taxiing out the Viper 70. We'll just let this rock for a minute. If you run out of airspeed, it doesn't matter how good the tech is. But yeah, the SD card was done. So all I had was the one static camera up on the sticks right here. Nice takeoff. But yeah, the end of the flight, I can't leave the volume on. I'll just say that because there was bad words. This looks like a decent touch and go, though. Let's do that. Ooh, that wasn't bad at all. Let's do that again with. Sounds mean too, right? So let this play a minute, and I will actually be able to show you the crash. And then I want to try to find the Robert Conrad, my foam tack commercial, if it's still out there on the interwebs. So there's really nothing much to watch until and the crash is going to be like way down at the end of the runway. It's going to be hard to see it. I'll just tell you that now. Dude, sticking it though. So the wind's coming hardcore from. It's backwards on camera, which is so weird. It's coming from there for what you guys are seeing. I believe. Yeah, David, yourself, you have a good show, man. Cool. Oh, ugly bounce. They're not all good, you know. They're not all good. But I enjoyed it. I wanted to take out a handful of things. So I got the Viper 70, the Cirrus, the little Mustang, and something else. There it is. You see it? And then definitely cuss words after that. All right, so pay attention close to where the orange cone is, basically. Let's see. Wait for it. I'm not in the editor, so I can't zoom it in and stuff, but look at that. Dude, it's so windy, bro. One bad bounce slowed it down a bunch and just flipped it over on its back. And it's totally my fault. But that's what happened to the Viper. I happened to the Viper. LVC, you know me. The Viper's amazing, bro. Oh yeah, Jeff. It just skip and boom, upside down inverted. So that I lost both winglets. The rudder came out pretty clean. I'll show you some more of that in a minute. Like I said, I want to fix it. And I got the stuff all here to do it. I got I'm gonna probably install. I don't mind foam tack for hinges if they're starting to tear, but there's still some foam. But once they're separated all the way, Um, oh, I can fix it all day. I had flaps on. Yeah. Yeah. So can you guys see these hinges? I got 3 of these. I like these. Um, I can totally fix it. Totally. So I'm gonna fix it. I got the glue. I got me a hobby knife over there for slitting these in, and I'll bring this in a little closer and start gluing it up. It's really not that bad. It's the winglets and the rudder. Happy Easter, Axel. Damn blue box. 100%, man. I should call and see if there's a warranty on this. You know what I mean? They're very good hinges. What are these, Dubro? Probably. They're flat. Yeah, bad landing, but I had a ton of good ones, touch and goes and stuff, all day. Um, and honestly, too, and in some of the videos I made, I'm talking about um here I am on the runway talking through the cross correction and the crosswind landing and what I'm doing. But I also mentioned, listen, if you're new, um, just let the nose find its way and nose into the wind and relax. Because if you do that, it's still a handful, but at least you won't have to fight the roll. And if you've got the not as much anyway, and you won't also be steering rudder and opposite aileron. You know what I mean? So it's a lot easier if you can just nose into the wind and let it rock. And so I did that a little bit of both and talked through it. You know what I mean? It's so much easier if you um, nose into the wind, but the runway runs the way it runs, and so I'm messing with flaps and half flaps and full flaps in that stuff because I want to. But, however, you don't have to. So I think we're going to do this repair in stages. There's some of it I might want to firm up while I'm doing other things. I can't decide. I'm going to turn it around and bring it over here, grab my number 11 hobby knife, and we're going to get after hinging this. I'm gonna fix the hinge and then I'll glue the whole vertical back into its place. Ah, I might get my 2 millimeter um, hex as well to do this. I'll be okay on the pins, y'all. But thanks. Those are all good ideas for sure. But I'm gonna thanks, John. Uh, you know what? When you guys see the Mustang video, there's a part at the beginning that shows this windsock. It's almost straight out. Nobody, I'll tell you this, it was a beautiful day and there wasn't a soul out there. It was that windy. It was that windy. Yeah, good hinges for sure. So that's what we're gonna do, I'm thinking. And I kind of want to fix it in place. You know? First things first, though, I want to do the there you go. Bill, I have not flown the Flightline OV10. There was a time where I flew everything they made, and they're, you know, it's pretty good stuff. I just at this point I kind of just work with certain companies because I used to work there, and I don't anymore. So you can read into that as much as you want. Let's get this twisted the right amount of times. What's going to be funny is I'm going to go all this trouble to fix it, right? And then it's not going to work. But yeah, that's what I want to fix first. Bro, I'm totally going to get the 2mm hex and do it. It's going to be so much easier to work this off of here. Let me get my wrenches, man. They're upstairs. Yeah, let me do that because then I can just work with the rudder, I think, right on the desk. Yeah, I'll be able to unplug it back there by the tail and everything. Yep, this is what we're doing. This is what we're going to do. And then I'll be able to work on it. To dunk. It's not that tall. Yes, it's a hoop. The basement just got done. Dude, we've got. All right. There's a football thing over there. My other table, bean bags, Taylor Swift stuff, a sofa, a karaoke machine situation, birthday party remnants. The basement's been redone. It's got carpet now. It's sweet. Yeah, man, that's what's up. So I'm gonna take this part really fast. It's kind of nice. I can bring it over the table. I'll be glad I did this. So now I can just undo this wire and I'll be able to get it twisted right. Adjust the slack. Totally my fault, man. LVC. My nemesis. All right. And this cradle here. I'll take it off too. I'll take it off too. Because it goes on the rudder, supposed to. Or should I say the vertical stab. 48 folks in here. Give it a like and all that happy horse stuff. Now, the one thing I want to keep in mind of, though, orange forward. Help me remember that, y'all. See the orange taper off? Orange to the nose. It's keyed. You can't really get it wrong anyway. All right, so we'll move this out for a minute. We'll do the winglets in a few. The redder's the real one, though. All right, John. See you later, man. I'm not even worried about this yet until it's time to really do the deal. What I want to do is this hinge. And guys, I'm doing this on video on a live. Don't feel like you have to criticize every step of the way, please. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that loose too. Make it easy on myself. All right. Actually, you know, it's even better if I can still see the screen. But I do this. That's a little better, right? Yeah. So this is the, can you see it, or does it need to be on something dark? Can you see the rudder? You're popping that loose correctly. Yeah. Eddie K, what up? I want to have the angle right, but still be able to read the chat. So, I mean, it's not hard to see, right, where you're fitting back together, right? And I'm going to use those hinges I mentioned to fix this. I actually really like that Dubrow tape as well, but I'm not going to use any. I don't have any. But really, all I want to do is just kind of mark it out first, if I can. No big deal. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay. Just grin and bear it. It's nothing fancy. Just a little bit of a map out here. Kind of center that one a little more. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. They're foam. And I'm still centered up on those. And we'll get us one down here in the meat of it too. Cool. So now I know where I'm putting them. That's kind of nice. So on this, I'm just going to transfer it down to the hinge line, so to say, just for my own sake, just kind of also so you guys can see what's going on. I'm going to always do my slits a little bit wider than the lines themselves. And of course, dry fit it after that. So just this is kind of nice, marking it ahead of time. And again, the slits are going to be, can you see what I'm doing there? The slits are going to be a little bit wider than that. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now after I have a drink of coffee. This is kind of, hi. If it's blown out on the table, tell me. I'll find something to put it on that's not also white. I like the, I know you like paper tape, dude, but I like the Dubrow hinge tape, but I don't have any. And this is so all the way, the whole hinge, that the first step is these hinges for me. I mean, honestly, you can use foam tack to do the whole hinge if you do it right. And I've done videos on that as well. I do want to find that foam tack commercial later. Is there anything? Is it blown out or can you see it? Can't see table. Well, I know you can't right now, but when I have the shot on the table, right side, I don't want to trim it because it fits. I know where they fit because of it. I suppose I could, and I might. I might. Can you see better if I work on top of a Neil Diamond laser disc? Came with a house, yo. Came with a house. Right, so since I'm not doing the foam tack hinge thing, that might not be a bad idea. Can you see a little better if I'm working on this? Maybe. All right, so let's do a new knife blade just for fun. I should have used the knife to open the knife. You know what I mean? Somebody, I think, bought these already and then stapled them back together. So stupid, bro. Check me out. I'm not ready yet, yo. Be careful. But don't work on this. It's a movie laser disc deal. I mean, I don't watch laser discs, and I don't care for Neil Diamond. This appears to be in immaculate condition, though. This Neil Diamond laser disc. I'll find something else. Be careful, he says. Thank you. All right, now I can take out the bad one, the old one, and haphazardly throw it over there. Let's see. Don't work on that. All right. What's up, Newts? We're fixing a Viper, man. I wrecked it pretty good. It's totally my fault. Coming to America. So now it's a fresh blade. That's when you gotta be careful. There we go. Man, I gotta have something to work on, dude. Let's not blow it out white. That might be better. A colorful towel down. Yeah. I got this gray piece of felt that's going to be the floor of one of my rock crawlers. And so that's what I'm going to do. But right side, I got to tell you, when I'm doing the foam tack only on a hinge like this, I actually prefer to leave all that because I feel like it's more surface area, so to say, in a funny way. But that cleaned it up pretty okay on that side. And this one, it's kind of rough. Fresh blade for the win. Nice. Yeah, good call, man. Good call. Now I got all this crap stuck to my deal. All right, so now let's cut slits in this snitch. And honestly, I'm just going for it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm aiming for center and I'm going bigger than I need. And honestly, if you're really slick, you see about how far you got to go. I don't know if it's going to let me mark the blade or not, but that'd be cool. It kind of did. So there's a little tiny mark on the blade, so I know how deep I got to go. I mean, it's not SpaceX, you know, so it's okay. Go a little deeper than you need to go and a little farther than you need to go. One, you guys seeing that okay? Piece of tape would work, yep, if I wanted to go get it. True that. Again, it's not SpaceX. It's cool. My finger's doing the most of the guide work here on the back side of the moon. And then one thing about keeping the crud on there is you have no doubt about where the middle is. Cool. There's that one. I'll try to face this one at you more. I do like having the how's it going in the chat, y'all? You can't hurt this stuff, man. It's the beauty of foam. Yeah. I cannot fathom or handle having the plane in disrepair for long. All right. So now we're going hinges. We're just going to dry fit them first. Perfect. A rocket surgeon. Perfect. And you already know. Perfect. They look like they line up pretty good. So now this is what's always the tricky part. We're going to go ahead and get it going. Can you see, or is it blown out? Let me turn the light down a little. That better? Brian. Ryan and I have fixed lots of planes lots of times. Yeah, that's true. And this is how we did it. I like to get them started. Again with the dry fit and see what's up. It needs to go up just a tick, which I can slide them to get that space up here at the top so it's not on itself there. That's going to be just fine. Not bad. Not bad. So now it's time to glue it. Yeah. So on the gluing, I'm not going to take these all the way out. Generally, I don't want to take them all the way out. But I like to kind of trade sides. So let's go back down here. We're going to go back down here, and I'm going to go ahead and just get them pulled out. And but not all the way. But not all the way. So you see what's going on here. And I'll put a drop on each one. That's it. Bing, bing, bing. That's that. And then I'll push them in. And it'll get all over the hinges and I'll be crying bloody murder. But it'll be totally fine. So what you don't need a lot. So I'll just put a little bit, little bit, little bit. And a lot of times I'll use foam tack in this spot. You can use CA. I'm not even worried about them centering, Eric. They're gonna be just because they already have a hinge. When I press them in, they're gonna do what they got to do. You know what I mean? So let's open up this foam tack, and I think you got to pop the blister on this, don't you? What's up, Rich Hollenbeck? So yeah, the you shouldn't need a lot of glue to do this. So you can use an applicator or you can just go for it. I'm gonna just go for it. We'll probably get this glued up and then walk away, so to say. Jeff, that's a great idea. I'm not gonna do it, but that's a great idea. Just a little bit, because I know it's gonna smear itself to the toward the hinge. But I don't care. It's all right. Just a little bit. It doesn't need to be much. That's plenty. Kind of let it tack. Just a tick. Let it tack a tick. And get ready to do the other side in a minute. Yep, yep. I haven't had glue in forever because I hadn't needed any. And honestly, too, if when you're pushing this in, if it looks like it's too much glue, you can get it off of there before you go hog wild with it and get it all the way to the hinge, you know? And sometimes that's what I'll do. I got a little piece of stuff right here that I'm just going to kind of, whatever little kind of bead it's pushing, I'm just going to smear it off of there. No big deal. No big deal. But all these methods, all the stuff the guys are saying is totally right on. If you want to make sure, doubly sure that you're not getting any glue on the pin, that's makes a lot of sense. And you can definitely do that. I just screed it off about that much. And I'm going to probably be good with that. And now I already know these fit good. So I really want to take this side out now. Also, before I go all the way. Yeah, that's fine. So those are out, and these are where I wanted them, and I'm pushing them in. And they can be in tight-ish. And it's not gobs of stuff on there. If there is anything, there's not gobs. So I'm going to do the same thing now, but I'm going to get them started again. So we got this one started, and number 3 is started. Same deal. Same deal. And yeah, the community's amazing. Tons of great ideas. I mean, literally just a drop. And it's more than I need. I already know. And it wasn't much, and it's still more than I need. But that's okay. Because I'm going to screed it off. I am. Gave me. Bow, 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 bow. Q-tip and denatured will remove the glue from the pins. Yeah. I do not mess with glue enough, or I'd have all that stuff. I built a wood plane for a guy that wanted to go electric on it, and I actually had alcohol and stuff around for that, for the epoxy cleanup and things like that. But before I ever get close to the hinge, I'm basically smearing in, rubbing off what I put on. And so by the time I get in here, I'm pretty good. I don't know how well you can see, but I'm approaching closure, and there's not a mess there. There's really not a mess there. And I've done it in the past where I was way too messy. And if you think they're too tight, pry it against itself. There it is. Done. That's done. So now we're going to do this piece on here as well. And oh, cool. The paint tells you which way it goes. And there's a key on it. So what I like to do with this kind of stuff, because I don't want to wait forever to finish this job, is I'm going to use foam tack, but I'm going to also use the CA, kind of like a tack weld, if that makes sense. So let's show you how to do that. So dry fit this. We'll go ahead and get this on first. Might as well show you what I'm doing. Is it blown out? I cannot fix that. Does that help? No. It goes right back to blown out. That is what it is. So there's standoffs in there. I'm working on a Viper 70 that I crashed. Totally my fault. You don't need a lot of glue on these. A little bit there, a little bit there. Dot, dot, dot in the slot. Dot in the slot. No big deal. Dot, dot. And the CA with kicker holds the parts. Exactly. That's my tack weld. Dot, dot, dot in the slot, dot in the slot, dot in the slot. Not a lot. That's gobs of plenty. And this is a couple on the bottom. Well, Fred, I rarely am fixing stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. And then the thing with foam tack and glues like it is put it in, install it nice and tight, right? And if you don't want to wait, tack it in with like CA. It's going to take forever to cure if you don't let it air out a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let it air out though. So I've installed it, and now you can see sticky strings on there. That's exactly what you want to see. So I didn't put on very much, so it's actually allowing it to get sticky and good for the cure right away. So I'm going for that. I'm liking it. And legit, I'll tack it just because I talked about it. But I don't think it needs it. And then we're going to get this wire out of the way to do this piece here. And this is the kind of stuff that once I do this, I want to install it. So it's not, and I didn't make a mess, so there's no glue coming out here. It's not going to get glued to the fuselage or anything like that. I'm using foam tack, man. Good old foam tack. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece too with this way big a blob that just came out of the tube while I was talking. Foam tack. Now this is a lot. There's more than I want on that one, but I'll show you what we'll do with that. Foam tack made in USA, dude. You can get it at probably everywhere. Man, we're gonna have a heck of a show tonight, to be honest with you. I've got the racing, Ryan Ramsey racing. What I call it earlier, man. There was a lot of R's. And Ramsey RC racing recap. I want the light. Yeah, and it screws in. I mean, it's going to be good. Yeah, the mini tubes are good. Mini tubes are good. So same thing. Put it together and unstick it apart. What else am I going to do, Reitza? So again, like I was saying, I'm not going to get the CA out until it's on the plane. Because this buys you time. to work it, you know? So once it's screwed in, kind of installed, I'll take a look at it, tack it if I need to. You know what I mean? That's when I do that stuff. Yep, toothpicks would be nice. I don't have any. I've done a lot of airplane fixing, and very rarely, I know guys use barbecue skewers and toothpicks and stuff like that. Very rarely have I ever done any of that, and I've been fine. It never breaks where the glue is. It breaks somewhere else, weaker. So there's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my rudder wire back in now. The slot. Jeff puts the open foam tack in a Ziploc bag. Keep it in the fridge. That's a good idea. It's a good idea, especially for whatever it costs me. $8. There we go. Looking good. Hinge is good. Brackets back in. This is fine. Absolutely good enough. Absolutely good enough. Because this is more important back here. This is nearly superfluous as far as integrity goes. I mean, it's not going to hurt having it correct. But the nice thing is the fuse is straight. It just broke clean. You know this stuff. So there's that. I don't even need, this isn't going to even need CA, you guys. But I'll probably do it just because I mentioned it. But those are plenty good hinges now. They're moving free still. Nice job, rookie. Yeah, I've never done this before. Have I, Pops? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're going to put this son of a gun back on. Yeah. This stuff's in good shape back here. Just got to tuck a little bit of wire action. Everything's really sound back here. So just, can you see good? Let's mock this up. It's a little bit too far in it. That's a little better. Hey, I know. There. I really want y'all to be able to see. If you know what I mean. If you want to see, you can see. You can see. Okay, polarity time. Make sure the polarity is good. Orange to orange. Brown to brown. Have a coffee, let it dry for a bit. Nope, I don't want it to dry for a bit. It's going to be fine. Dude, those boys, Brad, they don't let the glue dry before they're back up in the air. This is for TV, man. I have to solve it in half an hour. You know what I'm saying? And scene. I think I'm liking that. Let's see how that goes. Dry fit style. Perfect. I mean, what? Oh, yeah. What's up? Yep, this is a Viper 70. And like I said, I don't mind the work time on these. So I'm cool if the joint moves a little bit, because I can fix it. Get that tightened back down, closes the gap over there. Like it never happened, man. Servo Pro. Like it never happened. Like it just stepped out of a salon. Even tension on the tightness. Looks amazing. Little tiny gap right there. And that could be wire stuff too. And that's the thing, I take a look at it, loosen it up, and see what's going on. There's plenty of glue on this joint. As long as I close the gap, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not worried about that at all. Sometimes I will put a camphor in it so it can hold the glue, give it something to hold it. We've got a few things we're fixing on this, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Dirt and all. Let's do it. Actually, I want to flip it over and get the landing gear pocket, but it's all right. I'm not going to do that right now. What had happened was, what time is it, man? Oh, they're leaving in about 10 minutes, you guys. I'll take a break here in a minute. Flying Forces RC, how's it going? We got 50 folks hanging out Sunday night, fixing airplanes. Had a good flight, but my nemesis is the clock. I ignored my telemetry, I ignored my alarm, and I just kept going like an idiot. And this is what I got. The key is to really get the air in there. Plenty of glue, but get enough air to make those strings, and you're good. And you're good. Foam tack, yes. Of champions. Yes, yes, yes. A little foam tack and maybe a little CA just to tack it. Yep. Good as new. Here soon. I enjoyed it. I had a heck of a flight. I couldn't quit flying it. That was my problem. That was my problem, wasn't it? And now the end is near. And now I face the final curtain. Just put a bunch on there. Always pick up the pieces at the crash. Put it on. Make sure that glue's all over the place. Sticky strings. Let it air out a minute and stick it. A lot of people use Gorilla Glue. I generally don't because I don't want, if it's an application where I need the glue to expand, then yeah, Gorilla Glue is something to consider. Yeah, the landing gear on this one was notably so much better, Brad. Um, so good. So good. So that's that. And on these, I'm definitely gonna use some CA to just kind of reinforce it. Um, but I want these to tack a little better first. Especially to fill it in the top side. You know, the bottom side, depending on how you do it, um, you could easily get drippy, and I don't want drippy. But I had a blast flying this, y'all. The more you know. Bro, like it never happened. The worst thing on jets is if you crumple up the fuselage. You know what I mean? CA and baking soda to fill. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't do the Gorilla Glue much. I have done it when I needed to form up and fill a spot that I also needed to glue. But we're gonna let that sit a minute, and then I do want to flip it over, and I got a landing gear pocket because it did hit there first. I got a landing gear pocket to deal with. Know what I mean? Scott Hurt getting ready to buy my first EDF, that Habu STS trainer. Sick. Oops. True, Mike. Have you seen the video where I had my neighbor flying who had never flown before? And I put him on right here on this channel. I did a bunch of videos on that Habu STS. And one of them was with a guy who had never flown before. Not only was it his first EDF, but it was his first anything. Check that out, Scott. Check that out. And if you're not buying local, if you don't have a hobby shop close to you, man, check out the link in the description or something. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, those are there's some good talking points in those videos, man. Especially I think when Joe was flying. I've been flying for a year and I'm only 11, and have been trying to get into Horizon's ambassador club, but they said I need to grow a lot more. I've been trying to make YouTube videos, but no views. That's a tough game, bro. The best thing about I can tell you about making videos is you're 11. I mean, man, that's you got to jump. You got to early start. You know what I mean? Compared to a lot of people. But the biggest thing, and by the way, I mean, your parents have to like let you on YouTube if you're not 14. So channels are funny. Like they're either aimed for children or they're not. And we get demonetized. There's all kinds of goofy stuff that goes with YouTube. But anyway, what my point is with you, um, have fun. Don't worry about the numbers because if you worry about the numbers, you're going to easily be disappointed. So managing your own expectations is your job. Your biggest homework that I'm going to leave you with right now is to just have fun with it. Manage your own expectations. Don't expect too much out of it. It doesn't mean don't work hard and don't have goals and things like that. But you need to, if you are going to, doesn't matter if it's flying or what you're doing on YouTube, if you're going to sustain on YouTube at all, you better truly love what you're doing. And be doing it for like kind of pure reasons. If you're doing it to get monetized, if you're doing it to get views and subscribers and stuff, you'll definitely be disappointed. If you're doing it because you just want to do it, then you win. I started this thing in 2012 before any of us were making money. And it was honest. And now there's ways to make a little bit, but it's not enough. So it's just cool. It's fun. It's what ends up happening, is you fall in love with the whole community around it and all of that stuff. But just keep doing you, bro. That's my best advice. Don't let anybody's if you've got the goal, said you wanted to do this ambassador thing. If it doesn't work out, don't let it dull it for you. Don't let it ruin it for you. I've been at this since 2012 and I've worked for a couple different companies. I've had a hobby shop. Like if anybody should have been burnt out and quit, it would be me. I'm OG long term, long time. And I love it. Regardless of all the baloney I've dealt with doing it, like I'm in, so it's easy for me to sustain it because of that. But I've seen a lot of folks, and a lot of these guys have too, seen folks come and go. And it's not anything to do with them or their talent. It's all to do with their expectations. So if you just do it to do it, you're gonna win. Because you'll outlast all the people that are doing it for vanity metrics and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Listen, we all want subscribers that are doing this. I've been stalled out at 21,000 forever, but I've got no one to blame other than myself. I haven't been making content as regular as I used to, because ironically I was running a hobby shop at the time, and I'm kind of back to where I have more time and way less stress because I'm not running that anymore. And it wasn't really the shop, it was just the business arrangement was garbage. So yeah, glad to be moving back to where I think all of us feel like I belong. Really helping people have a good time with the hobby. You know what I mean? And the YouTube and stuff. I mean, I'm an old head, right? I'm almost 50 years old. Like I'm rooting for you young folks, no matter what you're into. whether it's RC or whatever you're into, I'm going to give you advice if I think I can help you, because it really generally is all about our own expectations. I used to play music, and if I let myself worry about making it in music, and I was that guy, I wanted that, and it ruins it for you. The minute you quit having expectations for it and you just mind your own damn business and keep going without any worry about what someone thinks, if they like it, whatever like that, just truly expressing yourself, you win. Then it doesn't matter. And it's actually a lot more fun. Dad, thanks for that. Yeah, if we haven't, you know, if Brad, yeah, with the bomber jacket. I've been around a minute, man. I mean, I'm not blowing my own whistle. Oh man, I would say it was Garage Pop Mountain RC. It's hard. It was hard to say. This was around White Stripes, Black Keys, rock and roll's coming back, but it's kind of poppy, you know, and it was making it to the mainstream a little bit. Early 2000s kind of stuff. And they were they played my stuff. I'm from Muncie, and the Ball State University had a radio station. They played my stuff all over that station. Guys, I'm going to pull a video up that it's not on YouTube yet. You're seeing it here first. It was done hat cam style with multiple cameras, trying to make the best I can. And it's not on YouTube yet. When it comes out on YouTube, do me a favor and watch it anyway, because you're getting ready to see it raw. I got to go say bye to my people. They're going to Alabama for a week. I'll be right back. But let me find something to leave you with while I just go say goodbye to my people. I'll be right back. Guys, talk amongst yourself. We're rocking tonight, Sunday. Happy Easter. We're not done yet. I'm going to say bye to the people. We have 50 in here strong. Talk to each other, meet each other. Let me get this going. I'll be right back. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, man. It's where my value is when I'm actually able to fly this stuff and play with this stuff. Let's see. Desktop. Come on, man. There we go. This is it. Hey, we're taking up Detroit Miss. I'm running on a 2S 300 milliamp right now. First flight in a while for me. I've got some other things I'm going to film today, but check it out. So we've got it already bound up, no problem. Safe by default is already on the gear switch. You can see the ailerons deflecting to correct it. It is windy. I'm going to go with the wheels right off the runway, so I probably will take off in safe. But after that, if there's enough battery left, we'll get it on just belly land it. But we'll see what I can get today. Thanks for coming by the channel. Do all those YouTube things if you want to see more. And there's loads of great content back on the channel on all my short form content like Instagram and the shorts with YouTube. So check that out. If you're interested in this plane, links in the description. Let's go. Been dying to fly this thing. Windsock, it's mostly down the runway, a little bit from the north, but not the worst deal. And I'm gonna take off and safe, like I said. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and flip out of safe. I'm in high rate. We are flying with the wheels right now, and I'll try to keep it close so we can actually see it here with this hat cam stuff. It's starting around pretty good. It's kind of windy. And just a little slow pass. First flight of this thing. Just a little 300 milliamp 2S battery. Give it a little bit of down trim just for fun. And once I line back up here, nice. I'm gonna flip it and safe just to kind of give it a little bit more rock solid. Look at that.
It is nasty when it's from the north, without a doubt. Way out in front of us, it's pretty clear, it's open, the wind is fairly steady even if it's across. But when it's coming from our back, we definitely have some more going on. It's coming over a quarry, up a hill, and a row of trees. Look at this crabbing coming in here. And safe is helping a lot. Rudder, ooh-wee, that was nice. So this is it getting along on 2S. 3S will be the funnest, without a doubt. It is a warbird, after all. Hot rod of the sky. I'm in the high rate, was 100%. Oh yeah. I about spilled it there. I know this is a speck. I'll do my best to zoom it in and post. But glad to be out here at Tri Valley in South Bend. It has been a minute. So okay, just AS3X only on that approach. Yeah, last time I flew was the mini Draco. Check that video out, the micro Draco. Folks want to argue about what to call it. It's got the same kind of servos we see in these things. Yeah, definitely out of the north. Look at that noses to the pilots. Whoa! Pilot's right, so a lot of left rudder correction. And this is one of those things, it's like, listen, you don't have to worry about straightening the wheels out and stuff. It's a micro. Take the wheels off, belly land it, nose into the wind on your landing. It's gonna make it easier for you. But I wanna play with these landings, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it in safe. We see the big crab to the pilot's right, so a bunch of left rudder, and I am right there at the camera. What? Bunch of left rudder, and I am there at the camera. What? That was sick. All right, so now we're just gonna go for a hand launch. Let's do it. So normally we would toss this into the wind. I need the shot, so I'm gonna do it like this. All right, safe is in. There we go. Nice. Try to shoot some more landings here. Timer's set to default by 5 minutes, but being a little 300 milliamp battery, I will not be surprised if I have to come down sooner. Bunch of left rudder. Sick. Listen, safe does not fly it for you. There is still a ton of workload, but it is nice that all I got to worry about is really the rudder and the throttle. As long as I maintain airspeed, the safe will work the role for me, which I think is just fantastic. All right, let's do it again. What a nice pass. That didn't quite get the landing, but that's okay. Didn't quite get the landing, but we'll take it. And since the wind's at our back, I guess it doesn't matter which way we're coming in. So coming in from the other way, it's going to be right rudder and left aileron for the cross. Sick. So cool. One more. I'm just dead sticking at this point. So if you're a new flyer, you're in safe, just dead sticking. I'm just letting it come in and chunk itself. It's still all right, you know?
Chunk it.
It landed fine. That was no throttle inputs, no nothing. Just letting safe do it. So now taking off the landing gear is pretty easy. You just click these out. Twist it.
Might as well watch the rest of it.
No problem there. And the tail wheel comes out really easy as well. Just simply pull it out carefully. There it is. Clean airframe, no landing gear, hand launch style. Let's do it.
Fred, you're the
All right,
best,
here we
man.
go.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Jeff, what do you think, man?
That's how a Mustang ought to look. Right there. Clean. Landing gear tucked away. Very simple airplane. No flaps, nothing to worry about.
And listen,
So smooth and clean.
this is the video.
AS3X only.
This is
Timer's
as good as
going
it
off.
gets.
I'm going to
It's already
kind of
been
ignore that for a
zoomed
minute.
in.
And this one's going to be a belly landing.
This is the video I'm going to release.
So quiet.
You're seeing it here first. I would appreciate it if when it comes out, watch it again for me.
Beautiful.
All right, see you later, Wiggle Fingers.
Mustang.
We still have the Ryan Ramsey
Ka-chow.
RC Racing recap to review in a little bit.
And all I did was really, it's just a 300 milliamp up in the front.
Mountain RC, that would have been awesome.
All right, we're just going to go for a slow pass right here.
We might as well watch the rest of it. So it's almost over.
What a nice looking
What's up,
bird.
Chuck G? Galucci in the house.
Nice. I'm liking it.
Yeah, Jeff and Randy with the ideas on the hinges, man. Super good stuff. Randy with the denatured alcohol.
Yeah.
Faster, and then
right
Jeff
behind the camera.
with the like Vaseline stuff. Brilliant.
So that's the battery, you know, giving me warnings. So it's not a surprise that if I'm full throttle, it's giving me that. But like I said, the timer went off. Beauty. And it's gonna be time to bring it in. So let's do that.
Somebody who's new to it though could really benefit.
Let's do that. Just a little belly landing right here on this. Now if this was pavement, I would not land on this runway, but it's geotex, so not as much of a concern.
I mean, you don't even see the plane.
Let's fly it in
this
to my face.
The talking points are good, but the video is the best I can do by myself with a micro in whatever.
All right, here we go.
Thanks, Michael Bear. Watch this landing though.
Oh my word, just beautiful.
Plop. So that wraps up the flight with the Ultra Micro Detroit Miss from Eflite. I flew it with the landing gear and all right, so dudes, Jeff, you know what it's like when you have a bunch of cameras rolling. Just let me show you that last cut. It is probably 10 minutes before this happened, but it looks like I bent down and picked it up. And all right, watch this.
Oh my word, just beautiful.
No, dude, I changed hats. I turned off the GoPro. I set my radio down. I got a drink. And then I came and picked it up with the hat without the GoPro on. And but it's like, and that's how all the cuts are in this. So this video was 30 some minutes and it's 10. You know what I mean? So you cut it down, and there's other portions in the video like that too, but I just think that's
so fun. Not as much of a concern. Let's fly it in to my face.
I gotta watch it again because I think that stuff's funny. I think it's funny.
All right, here we go.
And my voice is just nuts right now.
Oh my word, just beautiful.
So that wraps up the flight with the Ultra Micro Detroit Miss from Eflite. I flew it with the landing gear and belly land, hand launch style.
definitely looks amazing clean like this. Gotta love these. They're classics. The Ultra Micro series of planes. Check out the rest of them. I'll put a link in the description of Horizon Hobby where you can check out all the wonderful RC products they.
So yeah, watch it tomorrow. I'll try to get it out tomorrow. It's done. If you're a member of the channel, you've already got access to it. And you can comment there too. It's the same video, but it'll be for public consumption instead of members only. So there's that. We are going to flip this over, and I want to glue in the landing gear pocket. Well, I'm glad you guys liked the video, but I'm gonna have to just get over the fact that I'm filming by myself. I think, or stuff will never happen. It's a ton. Thanks, Raitza. It's a ton more work that actually, but at least I can get it done without having to always coordinate, man. It's tough. So hopefully you guys can get some, and whoever else can get some value out of that stuff. I think I'm my best person when I'm in front of the camera playing with this stuff, because the things that just come to mind to talk about are always in a helpful nature for anyone who's like kind of nervous about it. But without being condescending or patronizing, I hope. So I think that's good, man. I've been rooting for the hobby forever. Well, I am beating myself up, Bear, because thank you, though. But like, I've put out some, I put out some good ones, and having someone be able to follow it around and zoom in and all that stuff. Imagine how good it would have been if somebody was like on it, you know? I don't know. I'll work with what I got though for now. I try to dress it up with a little bit of flavor. The multiple cameras make it where if something cool happens in one of those auxiliary cameras, I can show it too. So it's kind of like double stacking the cool stuff from a different angle. Anyway, right? Your good camera, Jet. Those are good cameras too. That's no lie, Michael Bear. Micros are tough even with a camera person. And man, when you're flying and it's nice out, the trajectory is easy to predict, the plane and what it's going to do. When it's windy like it is, you are darting all over the place. All over the place. So we're 2 hours in? Okay. We're 2 hours in. Let's flip this baby over and check out the retract pocket, because I know that was a thing too. And I have a blanket on the ground because I'm working on a plane with glue in my brand new basement. And Wrights said, check out the Hinge. Okay. I'll check it out. It's good though. Weird. You guys think because it's the first time you've seen me do it that it's the first time I've ever done it. Sometimes I think. Feeling good, yo. Feeling good. Now, I'm just going to make sure I don't screw up anything. Getting it upside down. Or should I say inverted? You shake your way into a lot of fixing, Bill? Are you using any Expo on your setups? It can help tame that twitch a little bit. Welcome here, man. Let's see. So I don't want to get the rudder into the table. Let's see, man. We'll just do this. This wing's in a little worse shape than I initially thought. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit more. Oh, yes, the Expo. Yes. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more to this repair than I wanted to, I'm afraid. But dudes, it is not the plane's fault. I cranked it. It went in hard. It went in hard on its wheels. I was LVC'd. Don't cut past the wire. I was LVC'd, bounced it hard off the This is not a plane issue, Axel. I crashed the dog piss out of this. I can show you. You want to see? Watch this. I have it pulled up. Mountain RC, 100% my fault. I haven't flown in forever, and I was having so much fun. I on purpose ignored my timer and the telemetry warnings. Is totally my fault. So excited to be out there. I just wanted one more landing, one more landing, one more landing. You know what I mean? So I had everything going. I ignored it all. It's 100% my fault. Nah, it won't be that big a one, Fred. So let's see. I'm gonna back this up just a little bit. There's the crash. All right. So can you see my cursor way out here at this orange thing? See that bounce and then slide like crazy? Forever. Last time I flew, I did the Draco videos. And before that, it had been easily all winter. I mean, I flew a couple times here and there at the shop, some high wing stuff, but I hadn't been out to the field. So watch out here by the orange cone. Comes in, I'm LVCing it. The wind is coming hard from the not that way. Everything's backwards here. So the wind is coming hard from the yeah, and you can see I came in at a little bit of an angle. The wind's coming hard from this direction. And I bounced it on the gear. That's what messed this up. Flipped it right over and then landed on its back. And it slid. Look how far it slides. And if I had this on my editor, I could zoom it in and stuff. But I'm not going to do all that. Just keep an eye here. Can you guys see the cursor or not? Oh yeah, hit play, doof. So here we go. Clouds are moving close to the orange cone. Here it comes in, corner of the runway, it looks like. And yeah, it's totally my fault. 100%. 100% my fault. Without a shadow of a doubt. Easy to fix. This is the small Viper, and it's awesome. And with the landing gear, it's so much better than the old one. So much better than the old one. But I've got some serious repair to do because I crunched it in like a doofus because I'm an idiot. And I'm trying to decide how that glue's actually so good it doesn't want to come out. I'm just trying to decide. This is definitely going to be foam tacker and a CA'er on this one. So can you, I mean, this is what it is. This is how you're going to see. This is it. This is all we're going to get. Y'all, it was my fault. Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, it was me. I really want this to come all the way out so I can glue it really good. But it is glued really good, apparently. Golly, that's in there. I'm just going to glue it and stuff it back in. You ain't lying, Fred. You know it's true. Ah, that's what I wanted. So that little peg broke. Gonna surgically extract that son of a gun. The Havoc was a better crash. Oh yeah, for sure. I've had serious crashes. This was no big deal. So my fault, man. That's the killer part. I mean, I did it to myself without a doubt. And I'm gluing it pretty good on this, y'all. I am gluing it pretty good. Well, I'm sorry this crash disappointed you. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. My fault. It wasn't that bad. My fault. The wing itself and the wheel well needs a little bit too, but I want to get the landing gear first. Oh yeah, nice. Wiggle it around in there real good. Please do better next time. Lackluster crash. Yeah, my fault. Sorry it didn't completely destroy it. So I actually want more glue. That really soaked it up. I want a little more glue in there. Lackluster and all. Been there, done that. That wasn't no radio failure. I know you're being funny. That was a judgment failure. My fault. It happens to me once a year, every time. My friends know. LVC, bro. I do it every year. I do it every stinking year at least once. Having too much fun. Flew amazing. Oh yeah, getting them sticky things going. Oh yeah. All right. That's done. So I am gonna CA style this thing though as well. This is medium gap filling CA foam safe. too windy to hear. I ignored him. Bro, right. So I knew I was gonna have fun because I had already this had already happened to me when I was watching Kenny talk about that yesterday. And man, new blades are so nice. And I just already knew I was in trouble. Live vicariously, LVC. Yeah, man. So I'm happy. I love the suspension on this, by the way, man. At least it wasn't reverse thrust. Yeah. Ah. I don't know, man. I may want to do this gap before I do that. All right. Run a bead on this real quick on the leading edge. Nice. Nice little bead on that. And get this stuff open. And kick it. And that'll tack it. Oh, yeah, April Fool's Day. I forgot about that one. The smell of kicker. Me and Dad used to talk like, man, we swear they put a hint of vanilla in it just to make you like it. Brian Phillips, what's up, man? I'll recap for you just a little bit. I crashed and it was my fault. And it was not as epic as some of my other ones that have been filmed, but my fault completely. So I fixed it on the show. And we're about to recap Ryan Ramsey's RC racing. Yeah, in a little bit. I did pretty good yesterday for me. It was fun. So we'll do that a little bit. Crashing a Viper, never. Yeah. I only crash Vipers. It was totally my fault. LVC'd it, dude. It was super windy anyway, man. But I was rocking it. LVC'd it. Stretching the glide. You already know, man. Coming in sideways on the plane. Bounced it off the ground. It rolled it over. And landed. I lost my rudder and my winglets. But the first bounce, the landing gear, is my fault completely. It's not the plane at all. I love this new one though with the suspension. A million times better than trying to land the other one. 100% easier. So yeah, and Havocs. The Havoc wasn't LVC. That was just dumb. Yeah, it's back together real good, man. I'm just finalizing a little crack in the wing. I landed hard on it. And I just want to get this twist out of it. Just a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to put this son of a gun in the cradle like this. Oh, that's a nice stand for that. And then I'm going to get some CA in there. Sometimes I camphor this stuff out a little bit, man. I do, because I want glue in it. Dig it out just a little bit. Oh, that's actually really nice. And just got a little bit of a wing warp. I hit hard. I tore it a little bit. Yeah, I completely ignored the telemetry and the timer. I hadn't flown in so long, man. I didn't want to hear it was time to be done. And skewers are for the birds, man. Barbecue birds. Barbecue birds. All right, so I want to put a twist in this. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Dry fit the twist. All right, watch this. Tack weld. China. I'm surprised you're still allowed to talk on the internet, Phillips. Dude, your Sky ID video with the prepared statement, I mean, awesome. Dude, I'm fixed, you guys. Ye have little faith with me. Y'all don't think I got here by never fixing these things? Bro, you just don't know. And they're foam, trim it out. I'm already good to go. Check me out. And I know how to hold tension on them. Oh, yeah. It did what I wanted it to. Sick. I'm going to chamfer out a little tiny bit more on this side. The suits came out. Zappa Dappa Goo works well also. They've warned you? No. All right. Camphor Finique. And this is my fault. And I know when they took this back in for tooling, they added material here. And that's exactly where I broke it. But again, this is my fault. And I'm creating channels for the glue to flow. So it's going to be so strong. So strong. You guys see what I'm doing with a little chamfer? You really want to watch me do a repair video, you guys? Yeah, I ran out of battery, bro. It's my fault because I never fly anymore and I didn't want to stop. If you guys really want to watch a bunch of different ways that I have used to fix model airplanes, my I guess I'll find out, Eddie. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just a twist more than anything, Eddie. But I'll definitely find out. Um, watch my Corsair video. The way I fixed up that Flightline Corsair had a lot of my methods in it. A lot of different ways to fix something. And I was digging out campers and stuff then too. This is done. This is damn near done right now, you guys. Flow it in. Oh, yeah. That's going to be good. Yeah. Perfect. Mountain RC, man, go watch my old Flightline Corsair video. It's a few years old at this point, but it is got the goods in it on fixing stuff. Done. Get out of my face. This thing is done. I think I might want to do one spot on the rudder, though. I was thinking. Yeah, I rehinged this, Brian. It's been Chambers. You didn't see it? All right, let me show you. I have it right here dialed in. It's not zoomed in or anything great, but good as new. Get out of my face. This thing's great. Yeah, John Graham, I crashed the Viper. You ready to watch the crash? Watch this. Crash just cost you $5. Check the wing spar. Well, it's a one-piece wing. So I just glued it up. I'm not going to put tension on it to check the wing spar, but I'm not a gambling man, but I would bet money it's not. I bet money it's not. It's more of a twist because the gear were down. And it's in a common spot where right there at the wheel well, where the flap kind of meets the wheel well. Yeah, check this out, y'all. That's what we want. Actually, you want it as big as you can get it. So first, we'll let you see it. Is it going to let me scrub it? Yeah. Let's watch a takeoff and a couple killer touch and goes at least before I show you the crash part. The crash part has cuss words, so I'll have to turn it down. All right, cool. And then zoom. There's some. I'll just let it rock. What's up, Pellegrino? Oh, you guys that are members, check out the video from I posted today before the stream. Zoom. Let's let it rock for a minute. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Yikes. I'm up, though. My family's out of town now for a week. I am the worst about bedtime when that happens. We still got to do the racing. I mean, goodness. So John Graham, I flew to LVC. I ignored telemetry and my timer. 100% my fault. And I will check the wing spar once this thing's all dried up, dudes. Appreciate that. That's a good call. There's a couple good touch and goes. Let me see if I can scrub to them. I mean, I flew way too long on a 4,000. A little slow pass. Might as well try. You can hear the wind. I got coffee, y'all. I got half a pot left still. I may go get some more in a sec. Before we do the race deal. I do like the Bob Smith blue, Tim. Dude, it's my fault, John. I haven't been out in forever. I was having such a blast. I did not want to stop, and I keep going for one more. That was a low one. No gear, but you see how windy it was. It's just nasty. But listen to that EDF. It sounds good. See you, boss. It does happen, man. I ain't mad or sad. I mean, there's stuff that it would hurt. Yeah, I quit talking for that one. Yeah, it's got AS3X, Jay Woody, and still getting tossed around like this. It was pretty windy, and it was coming from up. It was a very severe crosswind from the north, which is a bad direction for this spot. Everything else to the east, west, and south side of this field is when the wind's coming cross, it's fairly consistent. The wind coming from our north, though, there's a quarry, a hill, and a row of trees. Watch this. Bro, the new landing gear are amazing. You know, I bounced a little bit, but it was still pretty good. I just hadn't been out in so long, man. And cameras were rolling, so I just kept going. I didn't want to stop cameras. I'd already run out of SD card on my head, though. So this is all I got for this. Look at that. Another killer one, man. And the nastiest bad weather. Dude, I use the safe sometimes too. Who cares? I ain't afraid. Yeah, I was totally there alone, dude. I'm very fortunate to have a cameraman ever now. So I got to figure out how to do this myself. The video that I'm releasing tomorrow is another one of the ones that I filmed by myself with 3 different cameras, trying to keep it interesting. So check that one out. It's on the Ultra Micro. That was bad. It's on the Ultra Micro P51 Detroit Miss. That's got to be you, Brian. Yeah, listen to the wind. So be watching the cone. See that?
Fucking A, dude.
Oh. We're turning it down right now. Hold on. Okay, so there it is. See it? Here, watch it again. Oh, I flew for way too long. Here it comes. Bounce off the gear. The wind's coming. Flips me right over on my back, bro. Yeah, totally my fault. I flew for a long time. So I'll tell you how long I flew. Okay. So the time is 7:40, 7:41, 7:42. Okay, 7:42, and I took off. I'm scrubbing. There we go. And then I took off at 2. Let's make it easy. $7.41. It's not a challenge I would do, bro. $7.41. Let's just say 2:17. 5 like 5 minutes and 20 seconds or something, you guys. No, the pack did not puff, and it was a smart 4,000. Curse words for the win. No. So, yeah, bro, completely my fault. 5 minutes and let's see, 41:17. Call it a 20. That's 20, but it's really at a 4. 5 minutes and 24 seconds on a 4,000 in crap wind. Brand new plane. Yo. Jay Woody, that's the problem here. Yes, it totally gave me a warning, and my timer had gone off and everything. I ignored all of it because I wasn't done yet. And I had to hurry. It was my last flight. And as soon as I was on the other side of town, as soon as I packed up, I had to run all the way across town and go race cars. So I was it is what it is. Do you have to some gun? All right, let's check out Brian. Challenge accepted. Just kidding. Do I have to land upside down? Well, you can bounce once first. Michael Bear. I keep telling my wife she's gonna have to get with it. Hauling the mail, John, for sure. For sure. So yeah, my fault completely. 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 Is what it is. The winglets were off, the tail was off, and now we're in. Look at the winglets were off and the rudder was off, and the landing gear was hanging off. This thing is in great shape now. Little wing twist has been dealt with. Yeah. Yeah, man. I managed to the thing with jets, I feel like, is the last thing you want to do is like crumple up the fuse. You know, I didn't crumple up the fuse, so everything is still straight and just true. Bet you that spar is good to go. I think so too. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm glad it went back in one piece too. And look, I hadn't been out in a while. There's other stuff that's more expensive that I wanted to kind of take, but it was windy. I was like, this 70 will be a good one for me to knock the rust off, and it was. It's only my fault that it crashed at all. I can't wait to take it back out and do a proper video. Someday. Yeah, Brian. I got one of them too, but I only got one. I only got one for next week. This has been repaired with foam tack. Go ahead and knock it off my shoulder. Let me try to find that real quick. Give me just a second. That would be funny, actually, if I could find it. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. It's right there. All right, hold on. I'm going to show you this. This is funny. Let's. All right, I'm going to show it to you. Let's do it. So, present, share. Yep. And we'll do this one. And if I get real smart, perfect. I can do it like this. You guys ready? Oh, I found it, Brian. All right, can you guys see that?
Go ahead, I dare you. Try to knock this off. Beacon foam tack adhesives available at Motion RC. Every modeler needs one of these bottles in their toolbox. Beacon foam tack adhesive is perfect solution for permanently bonding many types of foams, including Depron, Blue Core, as well as carbon fiber, balsa, plywood, plastics, and more. Foam tack dries clear, remains flexible, won't foam, and can glue control surfaces directly onto the airframe without hinge tape or any other kind of fastener. Beacon foam tack adhesives. Get yours today at Motion RC. Go ahead, try to knock this off. I dare you.
One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more.
Go ahead, I dare you. Try to knock this off. Beacon foam tack adhesives available at Motion RC. Every modeler needs one of these bottles in their toolbox. Beacon foam tack adhesive is perfect solution for permanently bonding many types of foams, including Depron, Blue Core, as well as carbon fiber, balsa, plywood, plastics, and more. Foam tack dries clear, remains flexible, won't foam, and can glue control surfaces directly onto the airframe without hinge tape or any other kind of fastener. Beacon foam tack adhesives. Get yours today at Motion RC. Go ahead, try to knock this off. I dare you.
Come on. That's so fun. That's so you guys. No, that was at Stanley Steamer in the middle of the night, working like I always did on videos for them. I had a regular job the whole time that y'all thought I owned that joint. I double dog dare you. Man, I honestly, I watched the Robert Conrad ads of that battery commercial, and I really, I went for it. You know what I mean? That's a good video, bro. That's a good little video, man. And man, we had the goofy ass subscriber button that I didn't make it at that time. Ugly. Middle of the night, man. You don't know how many times I did that take. I had the bottle, the package. Bro, check this out. Bonds all types of foam, Depron, EPP, EPO, balsa, carbon fiber, and more. Dries clear, dries fast, stays flexible, never brittle, no foaming, does not attack the foam. Beacon Foam Tack is the perfect solution for permanently bonding many types of foams, including Depron and Blue Core, as well as carbon fiber, balsa, plywood, plastics, and more. Foam Tack dries clear, remains flexible, won't foam, and can glue control surfaces directly onto the RC airframe without hinge tape or any other kind of fastener. I read it right off the back of the stuff. I mean, you know, he sounds like you, Jay Woody. You're hilarious. That was me. Axel met Robert Conrad. I put a plane on my shoulder. Crazy. Oh, Wild Bill. 1984, huh? Good times. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to share, we still got 43 in here. Two and a half hours. Hey. Okay. Let's do racing. Let's do racing. Anybody need to fill up on coffee real quick? The kicker's fine. Yeah. But wait, there's more. Yeah, happy Easter, everybody. Thanks so much. I hope you guys do like the videos, even though I really have a hard time with the hat cam stuff, but I work it out the best I can. But if you guys are liking it, let me know in the comments, because I flew the Cirrus as well, and I flew it on 4S and 3S. Super windy. I flew everything to LVC that day. Ignored everything. Like, I won't do that next time. It's been so long. Whenever I flew at the shop, I never did a whole battery anyway. So it's like I'm actually out there able to fly, And so I did it, man. I was flying. So look it. I want to put on a video, and I'm going to step away for like 2 minutes and get more coffee. Time is 11:30. Maybe I'll get something else to drink. Get ready for surface hour. Yeah. You done with LVC? Yeah, you know me. Yeah, let me put something on real fast. And I'll be right back, man. We're 2.5 hours in. I'm going long Easter. We fixed the plane. Cool. It broke my heart. And let me find something to put up. What should we watch real quick? Nicholas, what's going on? Oh, nice, Fred. You just did the axle extensions on the Hammer Ray. Yep, we are RC Airplane channel, and we go way back in time to almost what feels like the beginning of YouTube, but not quite. 2012. Lots to look at. 2-hour drive home. Oh, Joe, yeah. So we're wrapping up the aircraft portion, and we're about to get into the surface discussion for a little while, and we're going to go through my races from yesterday. Racing. I'm not at the shop anymore, Chuck. I'm taking it to April Fool's Day. You ain't lying, actually. So we're going to do Ryan Ramsey's RC Racing recap and review. Somebody write that down so I can remember. A lot of alliteration is going to make that good for repetition, Kenny, maybe. Taking it to the surface hour though, or surface time. So yeah, we're getting ready to do some RC racing talk. I race and a lot of rock crawlers, bashers, whatever, things like that. For right now, Nicholas, that's cool, man. What plane did you get? Talk to me. Ryan Ramsey's RC Racing recap and review. A lot of R's there. See what I'm saying? A lot of R's. Oh my gosh. My uncle's trying to call me. It might have been a butt dial. A Blues Brother car. Yeah, dude. I need to make all kinds of stuff, y'all. There you go. Roy, you got it. It's just funny. I mean, if you say Pilot Ryan, that's fine too. It's just all those R's. It's almost like I should be in marketing or something. By far, what is my favorite RC airplane? Oh, man. That is a tough question. It depends on the day, the weather. I mean, the first thing I think of whenever someone asks me that question is a P-47. But, however, there are so many planes that I like a lot. So, like I said, I'm going to get some coffee. You guys that don't give a rip about the surface stuff, I'll see you next time. Does that thing fly on 4S? Oh, you got 4 3S batteries. Well, Nicholas, it's your lucky day because check it out. I've got a video that I have yet to put up on YouTube because I just filmed it yesterday. And I showed part of it to the guys tonight. And it is of the Ultra Micro P51D Mustang Detroit Miss. I'm going to put it up right now while I take a small break, get some more coffee, and get ready to do the surface time. Check out this video. Now, subscribe here to this channel, turn on notifications. When this video releases for real tomorrow, I want you to watch it on YouTube as well. This is a sneak peek, but I want the views, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, visually, you're going to be strained to see this plane part of the time, but the talking points are on point, especially for somebody who's not been flying forever. So let's let them rock this video out, guys, and I will be back in a little while to finish this video with you and get into this. Thank you, Horizon Hobby, for sending this to me. Let's go. Today, we're taking up Detroit Miss. Right back. I'm running on a 2S 300 milliamp right now. First flight in a while for me. I've got some other things I'm going to film today, but check it out. So we've got it already bound up, no problem. Safe by default is already on the gear switch. You can see the ailerons deflecting to correct it. It is windy. I'm going to go with the wheels right off the runway, so I probably will take off in safe. But after that, if there's enough battery left, we'll get it on just belly land it. But we'll see what I can get today. Thanks for coming by the channel. Do all those YouTube things if you want to see more. And there's loads of great content back on the channel and all my short form content like Instagram and shorts with YouTube. So check that out. If you're interested in this plane, links in the description. Let's go. Been dying to fly this thing. Windsock, it's mostly down the runway, a little bit from the north, but not the worst deal. And I'm gonna take off and safe, like I said. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and flip out of safe. I'm in high rate. We are flying with the wheels right now, and I'll try to keep it close so we can actually see it here with this hat cam stuff. It's starting around pretty good. It's kind of windy.
And just a little slow pass. First flight of this thing. Just a little 300 milliamp 2S battery. Give it a little bit of down trim just for fun. And once I line back up here, nice. I'm gonna flip it and save just to kind of give it a little bit more rock solid. Look at that. It is nasty when it's from the north, without a doubt. Way out in front of us, it's pretty clear, it's open, the wind is fairly steady even if it's across. But when it's coming from our back, we definitely have some more going on. It's coming over a quarry, up a hill, and a row of trees. Look at this crabbing coming in here. And safe is helping a lot. Rudder, ooh-wee, that was nice. So this is it getting along on 2S. 3S will be the funnest, without a doubt. It is a warbird, after all. Hot rod of the sky. I'm in the high rate, which is 100%. Oh yeah. I about spilled it there. I know this is a spec. I'll do my best to zoom it in and post. But glad to be out here at Tri Valley in South Bend. It has been a minute. So okay, just AS3X only on that approach. Yeah, last time I flew was the mini Draco. Check that video out, the micro Draco. Folks want to argue about what to call it. It's got the same kind of servos we see in these things. Yeah, definitely out of the north. Look at that noses to the pilots. Whoa! Pilot's right, so a lot of left rudder correction. And this is one of those things, it's like, listen, you don't have to worry about straightening the wheels out and stuff. It's a micro. Take the wheels off, belly land it, nose into the wind on your landing. It's gonna make it easier for you. But I wanna play with these landings, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it and safe. We see the big crab to the pilot's right, so a bunch of left rudder, and I am right there at the camera. What? Bunch of left rudder, and I am there at the camera. What? That was sick. All right, so now we're just gonna go for a hand launch. Let's do it. So normally we would toss this into the wind. I need the shot, so I'm gonna do it like this. All right, safe is in. There we go. Nice. Try to shoot some more landings here. Timer's set to default by 5 minutes, but being a little 300 milliamp battery, I will not be surprised if I have to come down sooner. Bunch of left rudder. Sick. Listen, safe does not fly it for you. There is still a ton of workload, but it is nice that all I got to worry about is really the rudder and the throttle. As long as I maintain airspeed, the safe will work the role for me, which I think is just fantastic. All right, let's do it again. What a nice pass. That didn't quite get the landing, but that's okay. Didn't quite get the landing, but we'll take it. And since the wind's at our back, I guess it doesn't matter which way we're coming in. So coming in from the other way, it's going to be right rudder and left aileron for the cross. Sick. So cool.
Yes, it has a rudder.
One more.
Just no flaps.
I'm just dead sticking at this point. So if you're a new flyer, you're in safe, just dead sticking. I'm just letting it come in and chunk itself. It's still all right, you know? It landed fine. That was no throttle inputs, no nothing.
I want to pause it right there. So on that, where I just let it come in on its own, I'm gonna call you Junior right now. That was an example of what you can expect if you come in just safe and you don't do anything. Now, I don't recommend it. You ought to have some power on so it's not such a steep descent. Because sometimes when you chunk it in, you're gonna break your prop. So keep the power on, fly it down. But you know, there's a lot here to talk about.
Just letting safe do it.
And I generally talked through a lot of my videos as well. And so if you watch the rest of the videos on the channel, there's kind of a lot to learn, you know what I mean? So let's see. We'll watch that chunk one more time.
I'm just dead sticking at this point. So if you're a new flyer, you're in safe, just dead sticking. I'm just letting it come in and chunk itself. It's still all right, you know? It landed fine. That was no throttle inputs, no nothing. Just letting safe do it.
And I was fine with a 2S.
So now taking off the landing gear is pretty easy. You just click
so
these
much
out.
better on 3S. No,
Twist it.
You want throttle on landing. What I did, I wouldn't recommend. It handled it for me, but I'm fairly lucky I didn't break a prop on that, letting it just chunk in, dead sticked. You want to fly it in. You want to fly it down. And you want a descent angle. You don't want to just fight it and keep it flat. But if you can establish a descent and just a little bit of throttle, so when you land, you can land it on the wheels. You want throttle. You want to fly it down. But if you're new, once you get your first flight out of the way, I think doing the hand launch is nice because landing in the grass is a little bit easier.
No problem there. And the tail wheel comes out really easy as well. Just simply pull it out. Carefully. There it is. Clean airframe, no landing gear, hand launch style. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Oh, that's how a Mustang ought to look. Right there. Clean. Landing gear tucked away. Very simple airplane. No flaps, nothing to worry about. So smooth and clean. AS3X only. Timer's going off. I'm going to kind of ignore that for a minute. And this one's going to be a belly landing. So quiet.
3S would be the most fun with this.
Beautiful.
It did good on 2, you know.
Mustang. Ka-chow.
It's ripping for 2S even.
And all I did was really, it's just a 300 milliamp up in the front. All right, we're just going to go for a slow pass right here. What a nice looking bird.
Good times.
Nice. I'm liking it. Yeah, right behind the camera.
Yeah, Nicholas, get yourself.
So that's the battery, you know, giving me warnings. So it's not a surprise that if I'm full throttle, it's giving me that. But like I said, the timer went off. Beauty. And it's gonna be time to bring it in. So let's do that.
And I'm flying it.
Let's do that. Just a little belly landing right here on this. Now, if this was pavement, I would not land on this runway. But it's geotex, so not as much of a concern. Let's fly it in to my face.
Practice your landing approaches. If you don't like it,
All right, here we go. Oh my word, just beautiful. So that wraps up the flight with the Ultra Micro D.
That's that. That is that. Watch the full video when it comes out tomorrow, please. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on the channel that'll help you if you listen. You know, I mean, there's a lot of talking through on how we're working things out. You want to keep enough speed up so you don't stall the airplane. You know what I mean? I don't know what other things you have flown. Have you flown some other things? If this is your first plane, it's gonna, you're gonna have trouble. I mean, I'm not being mean, but you have flown nothing before. Who? Any simulator time? I really, I don't recommend it, but if you must fly this as your first plane ever, definitely be familiar with the safe function. You're probably going to want that. And no matter how good the technology is, if the thing is not moving fast enough where the airflow can render the control surfaces useful, it will not matter. I don't recommend flying that as a very first plane. However, whether I'm going to give you advice as if this was your second or third plane or first plane or whatever. Get yourself up high enough where you can make a couple mistakes and still recover. Everybody says get 2 or 3 mistakes high. In this video, I'm flying it as low and as close as possible for the sake of the cameras, but I would definitely, your eyes are better than the cameras are, you know what I mean? So I would definitely get up a few mistakes high and try to get a good feel for it. Be familiar with where safe is for you, and don't fly it behind you. Keep it in front of you so you don't get confused on left and right. Because when the plane is flying away from you and you give it a left input, it feels as if you're in the pilot's seat. And so it visually it visually goes left just like you feel like it should. When it's coming at you and you give it a left, it's still a left turn, but it visually indicates right. So things like that. Yeah, Aero Scout, most of us all would agree, is like a really good first situation. You probably will crash it. It's okay, but try not to. Watch a bunch of videos, get familiar with that plane, get familiar with your switches. The safe is going to automatically be on the what is normally a gear switch. And you'll know it's on because the plane will want to, if you're just holding it, and you flip in safe, the ailerons are like, if you put it like this, the ailerons are going to deflect to correct it to level. So you'll know that you're in safe. But yeah, top wing would be the way to learn on. I mean, Mustangs are the hot rods of the sky. Now, I mean, the one benefit is this is a micro, but the bigger they are, the better they fly. And people say that because the time you have to discern what a thing needs to correct it. It ought to be fairly well trimmed, but they're not always out of the box. Facing you, push the stick to the low wing. I hear you. I don't want to confuse anybody. If you keep it in front of you and don't fly over your head or behind you, it makes it a lot better. You know, as boring as it sounds, fly a left hand or a right hand pattern, keep it in front of you, and just, you know, you'll be all right. Just I want you to know what to look for, because it's most of us have been flying for a while and would not. I would venture to say that none of us here would ever recommend that as a first plane. And that's no diss on you, man, and whatever experience you have. It's just, as a rule, generally no one's going to recommend something like that, because we want everybody to have a success is why. Best of luck to you. Tell us how it goes for you next week. Come back in here and tell us. And we're going to try hard not to say I told you so. All right. All right. So we're going to talk some racing for a minute. Let me pull up the screen for that, and we're going to share some races. I won my B main yesterday, and I did okay on short course, but yeah, my buggy, I was rocking. I won a couple qualifiers and the B main. So really fun. So we'll watch that and I'll commentate. So give me a moment while I pull that up, and then we'll share it out and talk through it. Dial in the RC Fun Park racetrack. And we're going to go to, first thing we'll watch is the short course, and then we'll watch the one that I won. So can you guys see? I think you can. Let me share the screen. Oopsie. Let me share the screen, and then I'll be able to poke around. There we go. Share screen. And it's going to be this. Nice. So I'll drag this back over, and we can see what's going on. So this is the short course vehicle, kind of like an Arma Sentin or a Traxxas Slash, but this is a team associated truck that I'm running. I ended up getting second place on this one, and we are going to watch it now. I'm the third car behind. I'm behind the green car right now. And I ended up getting, look at that, hung up in a tube right away. I started in third place. Now I'm in last position already. First lap, 6-minute main. Here we go. I am the last one. So we're, I'm coming through the triple. There's a crash. I'm still last. I am behind the yellow car, come down the straightaway, and I'm catching up to the yellow car. Just hit the tabletop, yellow car wrecked, so I passed one, and I'm coming around here, a little sweeper, hitting this jump, taking the chicane into the triple on the back corner, hitting the double, coming down the straightaway. So I got yellowing on my tail, taking that turn tight, cutting it through. Tabletop action once again, skipping off the top.
5 minutes left.
Yellow kind of bonked it again a little bit. I'm tightening up to green, who I think ended up having to pull. His car had trouble. Otherwise, he probably would have been first or second. So green is in second place right now, red and yellow, and then there I am. So I'm in fourth place, it looks like. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way. Nowhere to go but up when you start there. Yes. So here comes, he's probably, nope, Dave Fowler. Yeah, second place. I'm in third now. I've worked myself back up. But me and fourth place had some cool little bump and crashes also. But I'm running pretty clean.
4 minutes left.
Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Every Sunday. I've been doing this 5+ years. Dude, belly up. And I'm in third place, but I'm way back there behind old Green. So I'm getting ready to hit the back double, and here I come down the straightaway, taking it tight, staying in that arch of a turn, off camber bits right there, tabletop. I'm jamming. And I think another guy pulled already too. So that's part of it. Yellow pulled. So Dave, number 1 position, is running a 16.6. Bart's a 15.6. I'm
3
running
minutes left.
6. Jim, he pulled. So yeah, I'm rocking third place. And the green car, I think something happened with it. Eric's up on his lid again. He hadn't been here for a minute though, racing. And there I come again through right there in your face, hitting the tabletop, coming around. Back double, whipping it through the sweeper right here to this little double. And chicane to the triple. Back double coming down the straightaway. Here I come. Here I come. And there's a dude belly up. And so now we're racing. I think I got a lap on him, but we're still, now look how close we are together. He got into me right there.
2 minutes left.
He drove over the tube. So I got my separation back, but now I got the leader on my tail. So first place has me on a lap, and I'm not giving it up. He wrecked. And so I'm going. I don't care. I didn't wreck him. He wrecked. So he's still got a lap on me, but I'm keeping my oops, I wrecked right into the wall. So now I lost position. I'm behind Eric. But I think I might have had a lap on him anyway. But you don't know that when you're racing, right? So I'm racing to get this back. I don't know where we're at. He's at a 13.6. I'm still at a 14.6. So I've got a lap on him, but I don't know that at the time. So he's ahead of me, and I'm trying to catch up. He kind of stumbled a little bit. Now we're neck and neck, and I just Rubbin's racing, dude. I bumped him.
1 minute left.
And then I jumped the tubes. And here we go. He knocked me or something. I can't remember what happened, but I was like, dude, I'm not going to be beaten. So, and there he screwed it up on the tabletops. And here I come. I've got some gap now, and I'm in second place. Bart pulled his truck. Jim pulled his truck. So the second place finish out of 3 is not all that. But Dave is really good. And Eric is too. He hadn't been racing here for a while. He used to race here all the time. But, you're just in the heat of it. You got a 6-minute deal. And, yeah, there goes Dave. He's ripping. He's all on his own. He's way out here at a 16.6. But I'm rocking it considering the trouble I've had at a 15.6. And my fastest lap was 23.5.
Eric Maddox done with a 13 lap 607.9 result.
So yeah, there's that. Dave,
Dave Fowler done with a 16 lap 614.3 result.
And here I come down the straightaway.
Ryan Ramsey done with a 15 lap 623.5 result.
So
all drivers are finished.
Now we'll go to the Let me see here. Do I have to make it big to hit the back button? I don't want to. Let me try this. Yes, sweet. So the B main on the buggy, let's just go ahead and check that out. So I did pretty good. I got a 16.6 on that one. My fastest lap was 22.7. I won this one, and I won a couple other qualifiers. So, but we'll just watch this main because I got clean, and it was pretty good. So I'm starting in second position on this one. Same color car, but it's a buggy. And number one wrecked right away. So I'm now in first position once we come around to the timer thing. So I just hit the triple. I got someone on my tail, the guy who was first, and we're ripping down the straightaway. Here I come. Now I'm in first position. And a young man who's racing really strong, Jack, apparently is in second spot right here. But I'm pulling away a little bit at the moment. So I jammed. I felt really good. So hitting the triple, and buggy drives so much different than short course. And both these things are two-wheel drive, by the way. Nice tight turns, hitting off camber nice, keeping it tight, clean, just clean. Whipping through the sweeper right there in the middle.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Ryan Ramsey in first place with a 15-lap 6:05.9 pace, followed by Jack Gordenier in second place with a 15-lap 6:10.5 pace, followed by Nick White in third place with a 14-lap 6:01.4 pace, followed by Tom Bell in fourth place with a 14-lap 6:12.4 pace, followed by Jim Roll in fifth place with a 11-lap 6:15 flat pace,
and he just
followed by Nicholas White in sixth place with a 9-lap 6:40.6
gave me
pace.
a ton of separation. So here I am by my lonesome on the straightaway coming around. No one's on me, and I'll stay gapped pretty much the rest of this thing. Whipping through. I don't think I got marshaled or had really any wrecks. I maybe had one, but I was I was in such good shape, it wasn't a problem. So that's me on the straight, coming around.
4 minutes left. The top drivers are Ryan Ramsey in first place with a 16-lap 6:19.5 pace, followed by Nick White in second place with a 15-lap 6:14.8 pace, followed by Tom Bell in third place with a 15-lap 6:21.2 pace, followed by Jack Gordenier in fourth place with a 14-lap 6:01.9 pace, followed by Jim Roll in fifth place with a 13-lap 6:09.2 pace,
Keep in mind,
followed by Nicholas White in sixth place with a 9-lap 6:08.1 pace.
I just went through the sweeper. I'm getting ready to come in that back triple and then make that turn to the double on the backside and then straight away again. I am getting ready to lap somebody at this point. Look at me tuck under him. Whew! He went wide there. He about messed me up. And if I don't set up perfect on the tabletop, you'll notice I won't fly the whole tabletop. I'll let myself land on the top just to keep myself sorted. But I had just
3 minutes. The top drivers are Ryan Ramsey in first place with a 16-lap 6:17.1 pace, followed by Nick White in second place with a 15-lap 6:10.2 pace, followed by Tom Bell in third place with a 15-lap 6:11.2 pace, followed by Jack Gordenier in fourth place with a 15-lap 6:19.1 pace, followed by Jim Roll in fifth place with a 13-lap 6:25.1 pace,
and actually
followed by Nicholas White in sixth place with a 9-lap 6:10.3 pace.
That was the only time I needed marshaled, I think, the whole race. And we've got a couple minutes left of this race. And I will not take the full jump on that tabletop unless I'm set up perfect for the entrance. So I got someone on my tail, but they're a lap back easy. And again, you don't always, and they wrecked. But there's someone else.
2 minutes left. After 4 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Ryan Ramsey in first place with a 15-lap 6:0.8 pace, followed by Nick White in second place with a 15-lap 6:04.5 pace, followed by Tom Bell in third place with a 15-lap 6:12.2 pace,
on
followed by Jack
We're coming down
Gordenier
the
in fourth
straightaway
place
through
with a
this.
15-lap 6:17.2 pace, followed by
Oh,
Jim Roll in
he's
fifth
ahead of
place
me.
with a
I'm
13-lap
lapping him.
6:08.6
He's
pace,
not moving over.
followed by Nicholas White in sixth place with a 9-lap
But I
6:06
passed
flat
him right
pace.
here, I think. Yep. I think I might have tubed it right there. Nope, I didn't tube it right there because someone crashed, and I wasn't in that crash. This is probably nope. It's Tom.
1 minute left. After 5 minutes 1 second,
Lost where I'm
the
at.
top
Right
drivers
now.
are Ryan Ramsey in first place with a 16-lap 6:22.6 pace, followed by Nick White in second place with a 15-lap 6:03.7 pace, followed by Tom Bell in third place with a 15-lap 6:14.5 pace, followed by Jack Gordenier in fourth place with a 15-lap 6:21.1 pace, followed by Jim Roll in fifth place with a 13-lap 6:05.8 pace, followed by Nicholas White in sixth place with a 9-lap 6:13.8 pace.
Coming around, tabletopping it, backside double. There's a car going really slow. I jumped right over him and hoping to not get tangled up. There I go. I took a wide on the jump, but I'm still okay. Triple in the back, which is really a double single. And there I am down the straightaway. And we got just a few seconds left. And anybody that's leaving, see you later. On the double, I think I get a bonus lap at this point. I'm still going.
Nick White done with a 15-lap 6:06.2 result. Tom Bell done with a 15-lap 6:08.5 result.
Clean.
Nicholas White done with a 9-lap 6:16.3 result.
Ding.
Jack Gordenier done.
That's it. So I managed. I felt pretty strong in that race, and you can see I'm the yellow line here. Once I got there, I stayed there all the way across, which is kind of wild. And then you can see your laps. This is all free. I was faster on the other track, but my consistency is fairly okay at 96%. And then that's my laps after that. Right there. Pretty cool. Good time. And we're back. Guys, it's been a long, great show. 3 hours and 10 minutes. We are in. Thanks for sharing your RC life with me and letting me share mine with you. No one can. Yeah, Fredster. So, man, I got a week all by my lonesome. I got some trim to do. I got some videos to make. Don't even want to say it. It's like Voldemort. I swear, if I say Leaf Springs, something's going to happen, and it's not going to happen. April Fools, suckers. But yeah, I'm gonna have some time, and I got no kids coming home from school. I'm gonna be able to. I work from home on my computer, so I'll be able to be all over the house. It's me and the dog for a week. So y'all take care of yourselves. Happy Easter, April Fools, and all that stuff. Thanks so much for coming by. Like I said, my uncle, I think he hit me by mistake. Like butt dial. Hopefully everything's all right. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Be watching out for the Ultra Micro P51 video that I've teased and showed most of here. If you're a member, you've already seen it, and if you're not, check it out tomorrow. I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. I just got to dress it up, and then it'll go public, and hopefully I can get back on it here and get the algorithm flowing and stuff like that, because it's I've put too much work into this channel to let it go. So thanks so much, everybody. You guys that hit me up in PayPal and stuff, you're stellar. Thank you so much for doing that. It's amazing because I don't really ask, and you guys just do it, and it's really, really fantastic because it really helps to stay in it and get the things I got to get sometimes. And we go through a lot of tires at that racetrack, man. So oval stuff's coming soon. I got a lot of bodies to paint. I'm trying to get a camera on all of it. We're going to have to just deal with the camera being me on the flights, but I'm really pumped to get out there and share it with you. And I think that is as good as seeing it, if you like who's talking to you when they're doing it. So, and the bigger the plane is, the easier it is to film it by yourself. So bear with me on the micros, man, but we'll get it done. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, video tomorrow, and there'll be a video Thursday as well. And remember, as Reitza says, telemetry, telemetry, telemetry. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. Good show. Happy Easter, April Fools, all that stuff. We'll see you on the flip side, all right? We'll see you next time. I'm out of here in 5. Hanger rats forever. 3 later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. Bye now. Boom. How you doing this thing? Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching me fix the plane. Pretty cool, right? All right. See you guys later. Appreciate you. Love you. I hate leaving sometimes, but it's been a long one. Sunday night. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.